Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. So today we are going to talk about the contract renewal of Lionel Messi. We are also going to be talking about the Ligt and FC Barcelona. We are also going to talk about the minor updates of Lautaro Martinez. And lastly, we will be talking about the UCL and its final details on what it's going to look like for the quarterfinals, semifinals, and the finals. And so we are first going to start with the renewal of Lionel Messi. And it says here, according to sources, Bartomeu is ready to renew Messi's contract. It can be renewed until 2022 and 2023 season. Messi is in no rush though. His new salary would depend upon two factors: his age and the market situation. And so since we are talking about the 2022-23 season, by that time Messi is going to be 36 years old. And to be honest, that's a very reasonable age. At 36 years old, I don't see Lionel Messi going past that age. And it's going to be very interesting to see that what's going to be Messi's role by the time he does hit the age of 36. Like, what is Messi going to look like and play like by 36 years old? Because I know by the time Messi gets to the age of 34 or 35 years old, I don't even expect Messi to make runs or pressure players at all. And I really do see Messi functioning as a complete playmaker by the time he does hit 34 or 35 years old. And by 36, who knows how Lionel Messi is going to play. So one thing's for sure, and this is something that I did talk about not too long ago, and that is that Messi will not leave before 2022. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Lionel Messi has a World Cup to play in the summer of 2022 with Argentina, and it would make no sense for Lionel Messi to leave before that World Cup and either retire or play in Argentina when he knows that his last chance to win an international trophy is to play in that World Cup of 2022. And in order for him to be at a very good level and for him to have a very good chance to win that World Cup, he must continue to play at a very high level, which means that he must stay at FC Barcelona. And I know for a fact that Messi would want to make the most out of that last chance to win a international trophy, and Messi must be in his best physical condition. So for any of you guys who are wondering if Messi is going to leave by 2022 or maybe even 2021, no, that's not going to happen. Messi will not leave anytime soon. And since Messi might actually leave in 2023, we could potentially might see Xavi Hernandez coach Lionel Messi for maybe one season, and it's going to be a very great sight to see. And if there was one person that I would trust to handle Lionel Messi's final years at a club, it would be Xavi Hernandez. Now moving on to the next topic of the day, and we are going to talk about Ligt and FC Barcelona. So it says, according to Fabrizo Romano, and this is coming from a very credible source, this is a very reliable journalist, and so this is what he had to say: Real Madrid want to take revenge on Barcelona for Neymar Jr. They are willing to offer 100 million euros for Juventus defender Ligt and have identified him as Ramos' long-term replacement. Juventus have no intentions of selling him in the summer. Madrid and Barcelona have to wait. And so for those of you guys who don't know what it means by Real Madrid wanting to take revenge at FC Barcelona because of Neymar, what basically happened 7 years ago, there was a big chance that Neymar was going to go to Europe and that the main three teams competing for Neymar Jr. was Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Bayern Munich. And before that little summer event of having those big three teams competing for Neymar Jr.'s signature, Neymar Jr. was a big fan of Real Madrid. He did visit the stadium of Real Madrid. He met with multiple players like Roberto Carlos and other big stars in Real Madrid. And so there was a moment where Santos and Real Madrid did keep close contact in order for Madrid to bring in Neymar Jr. And all of this was happening before 2009. So Neymar Jr. was like around 13, 14, 15, 16 years old when all of this was happening. But in the end, in 2013, Barcelona ended up bringing in Neymar Jr. and Madrid were extremely frustrated because Neymar Jr. basically turned his back on Real Madrid. And now with the story of Ligt, Barcelona, and Madrid, this is the exact same story. We know that Barcelona wanted to bring in this defender in the summer of 2019, but Ligt had a choice to make. He was either going to choose Juventus or FC Barcelona, and Ligt did choose Juventus. And the only reason why he joined that team is because he believed that he was going to develop better at a team like Juventus. And now that we are here in the summer of 2020, the one thing that Barcelona and Real Madrid do have in common is that in the next 2 years, Barcelona and Real Madrid will be losing a defender, and that is Piqué and Sergio Ramos, two veterans, two defenders who have been playing for their teams for a very long time, and both teams are very well aware that they're going to need need a new star defender. So we could potentially see a very big bid war for this defender, not in the summer of 2020, but in the summer of 2021. And we also have to take into account that Barcelona and Madrid have taken a huge financial loss over the past 3 months. And so hopefully by the time we do hit that summer, Barcelona are in a good financial standing in 2021. And so what makes it so believable that Barcelona is going to go after this defender again? And so look, the one thing that we have to know is that Barcelona were interested in this player in the summer of 2019. And Barcelona were aware that Ligt was in a situation where he literally had to choose between Barcelona and Juventus, meaning that one was going to be the second option and one was going to be that first option. So if that first option does not work out, what does that mean? Then that second option could potentially be the first option later in the future. And that is what Barcelona sees in this defender. They believe that they are Ligt's second choice if that first choice, Juventus, does not work out. And so this won't be the last time we're going to see Barcelona chase after this defender. We could potentially see Barcelona be very competitive to bring this defender in the next summer in 2021. And Real Madrid might join and really be competitive and maybe knock out Barcelona to bring this defender in. Now, another thing is that the agent of Ligt is Mino Raiola. This is an agent where we know he loves to move players around, so that gives us a greater chance of bringing this defender in. But we also know that this agent makes it very hard to negotiate for the buying club. Mino Raiola is very money focused. We have seen that in his history of his career. And the last thing that I do want to see is for Barcelona to overpay for a defender like Ligt. And so it's going to be very interesting to see how all of this plays out. Again, this is coming from a very reliable source. And so the Barcelona and Madrid competition for this defender is very, very real. So it's going to be a very exciting 18 months for FC Barcelona and Madrid. Now moving on to the next topic of the day, and we are going to talk about Lautaro Martinez. And again, like I explained before, this is a very minor update, and we haven't talked about Lautaro Martinez in a very long time, so we are going to talk about him here. And it says here, according to Fabrizo Romano, who is the exact same journalist from the last topic, and he said, constant contacts between Inter and Barcelona for Lautaro Martinez. Inter has rejected Firpo to be part of the deal. The Catalan club is expected to make an offense soon. Lautaro Martinez has agreed a 5-year contract with Barcelona. And so yes, it's true. The club are going to have to make an offer within the next 15 days because the June 30th date is coming, because in 15 to 18 days the transfer window is going to be open. And Barcelona do not want to waste time, because we have to remember that other teams could potentially go into this transfer window and bid a higher price for this player. So here are the updates on what the Martinez operation is currently looking like at the moment. We know that Barcelona and Martinez have agreed on personal terms. They have agreed on a 5-year deal paying Martinez 13 million a year. We know that Martinez informed Inter Milan that his only desire is to go to FC Barcelona, and now we know that Inter do not want to bring in Firpo or include him in the deal. They only want to see cash, which leads to the next point, which is Inter Milan are willing to let go of Lautaro Martinez, but Inter must see 111 million in cash. And the last point is that Barcelona will make a new offer soon. And what is that offer going to look like? We don't know yet. Could we see Barcelona bid a total of 111 million euros? We're gonna have to wait and find out. Now, the last topic that I do want to talk about is about the UEFA Champions League. And so we do have some details coming from Sky Sports. They have said that the quarterfinals will be played on the 12th, the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th of August. The semifinals will be played on the 18th and 19th of August, and the final will be played on August 23rd. They have also stated that the Barcelona versus Napoli game will be played at the Camp Nou, and that the UEFA will confirm this following executive committee meeting on Wednesday. So there were talks before about having the remaining games being played in Portugal, which means that Barcelona would not get a home advantage match against Napoli. But now seeing this coming from Sky Sports, Barcelona will get a home advantage match against Napoli, which gives us a greater chance of progressing through this tournament. And I will be covering the UCL matches for FC Barcelona as long as Barcelona continue to stay in this competition. And the one thing that I do want to point out is that since the final is going to be in Portugal, we might see Messi win a UCL in Ronaldo's home country for the first time. And so on a real note, this is the question that I do want to ask you guys. Who do you see entering that final stage? Like, what do you want that final to look like? Who are the two teams you want to see face up against each other in that final on August 23rd? And the final that I do want to see is Barcelona versus Manchester City. I do want to see Pep Guardiola's machine go up against Barcelona and Lionel Messi. That will be a very interesting final, a final that we have yet to see. And so let me know what final you would like to see. Do you want to see Bayern versus Real Madrid? Do you want to see Bayern versus Manchester City? Or maybe even Manchester City versus Juventus? So that is it for today's Barcelona Daily News. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Like, subscribe, comment. Thank you for all the love, and I will see you guys in the next video.